Good morning and welcome everybody onto the Guru Mama page. Yes, and here we go. Let's share that. Okay. And I'm going on to Periscope. Good morning, and welcome to those to the replay. So here we go. Wow, a little bit too much cleavage there. That's okay. Thank you for joining me, everybody. I've moved over to the platform of the Guru Mama page because the Guru Mama page is my business page. So I've gone off of Mary June Tracy, and I'll repost this onto the Mary June Tracy page, but I'm going to be utilizing more the Guru Mama page. So it's my business, right? So welcome everybody. My name's Mary June Tracy, the Guru Mama. I'm a spiritual love of life coach. Thank you for joining me, Ashley. And thank you for the replay viewers. Thank you very much for joining and taking some time out of your day to listen to me. I'm very honored when people do that. So today, what are we going to be bringing in for you today? We're going to be talking a little bit about the Course in Miracles, tarot cards. We're going to bring in the fairy cards because I think, we need more of the fairy energy coming in. I'm going to talk a little bit about the energies today. We are, and we're going to start with that right now. Thank you. Oh, you're very, very welcome. So a few things before we, as we're setting into this energy of what's going on today. If you are wanting a intuitive astrological monthly reading to help you with the roadmap for your month of March, definitely order it today. This is going to be probably the last week I'll be doing March readings because we're going to be getting really into the March energy. And if you are wanting to set up coaching sessions with me, get a hold of me at maryjunetracy.com, and we'll get you in and start you setting up on some beautiful coaching lessons and bringing you more into alignment onto your pathway and feeling and giving you more of a grounding as for coaching. So we also have the intuitive class, the intuitive mediumship class that'll be starting up on the 19th. Awesome 4-week consecutive. It's all going to be online. We're going to be doing it via Zoom. Record it, information all given to you. So sign up for that today. We're going to be working with the 4 directions, the north, south, east, and west. We're going to be bringing in the energies of those 4 directions, along with working with crystals. What does that have to do with your intuition? A lot. When you are starting to work with the energies and you're starting to hone in on bringing in whatever you need from each of the directions. So if we're going to work with the east is, excuse me, new beginnings. So we're going to be working with this energy of the east. And what do we need to work on? Maybe it's our throat chakra as I'm starting to cough. And what is that energy that you need to bring in for that newness? It is where the sun rises. What is rising on your horizon? What do you want to rise? The west, what is setting? What are you wanting to release? The north, what are you engaging? What are you opening up to? The south is like the burning. It's like, what do you want to burn off? And what do you want to grow into? Because you're letting go of the old and starting the new. This is teaching, I will be teaching how to work in a medicine wheel, which is going to be absolutely fabulous. And having you engage in that medicine wheel so that you can be more at one with your spirits and your spirit guides. That has a lot to do with when you are stepping into mediumship. When you're becoming a medium and when you're working as a medium, you're working and utilizing the spirit guides that are around you. You're utilizing the angels, you're utilizing the divine, and also those who've passed on. So the ancestors. So that is the energy of the north and embracing the energies of the north. It'll be an awesome, full-packed 4 weeks. So go on to my website, maryjunetracy.com, or, get a hold of it on Facebook. Will you ever move to Yellowknife? If you really want to move to Yellowknife, move to Yellowknife. So here we go with talking about some of the energies that we have today. The energies today. We have the moon in Scorpio. We have Jupiter in Scorpio. We have all of this energy in Pisces still. So we have the Sun, Mercury, Venus, Neptune, all, Chiron's in there. So all of this energy is in this watery energy. And also we have the moon crossing the north nodes of destiny, that's what it's called. So this is really, highlighting a lot of deep down energy that's coming through today. And today you might be feeling a little bit out of sorts. You might be feeling maybe a little depressed today because Mercury and Venus are at the last degrees of Pisces. And, with them being anything at the last degree is quite heavy energy, right? It's heavy. It's holding us. Why is it holding us there? So this is this heaviness. And we might be feeling that we're needing a boost or we're needing a crutch to hang on to. And when the north, when we have energies on the last degree, we kind of feel it. So even though we're kind of feeling okay, a little bit of, maybe we need a little bit more pep in our step today. And, thinking that we need a crutch, thinking that we need to be carried. And I'm thinking of being carried in like a satchel or, somebody mentioned to me earlier when I was listening to his post, he's thinking of a kangaroo, of being held in a kangaroo pouch, that we need to have that kind of protection or feeling like we're being, that somebody can carry us through. But what is it when we don't have it, right? So this is really a day of diving deep, of looking into, yes, we can do things. Yes, we can stand on our own 2 feet. Yes, there are things that we do need people to help us with. But in order for us to get crystal clear on our path, and this is why it's so wonderful to book in with me, because I help to give you that direction on giving you that crystal clear path, allowing you to open up those doorways that maybe you've been afraid to open up, maybe you've been afraid to look at. And it is Ganesh that is behind me, if anybody wants to know. It's my elephant, Ganesh. So it is opening up these doorways. And, fine example, Ganesh is he's a beautiful Hindi god that, the elephant goes forward on your pathway, to go forward, to make new pathways. And today with the Scorpio energy and Jupiter becoming station, so meaning that it looks like Jupiter's not moving right now when you look up into the heavens. And Jupiter will be going retrograde in 72 hours. So it's going to start recessing. It's pulling the tides back. It's pulling everything back, So we're heading into this time of pulling things back, along with what we call a waning moon. So we have this energy of a waning moon. And this phase of the lunar cycle, it's all about slowing down, acknowledging what was brought forward, discarding what is no longer serving us, and making space for an upcoming new moon. Because the new moon is going to be in Pisces. So in our society, we value constant action, go-getting, yet we forget that within the cycles of manifestation, there must be rest and reflection. And that is so much of today. Thank you for joining me on my Guru Mama page live. So thumbs up for you for coming in and joining me today. Thank you very much, Jen. And those who come in on the replay also. So today, it's like you have to take time to reflect. As we're going through for the next 2 weeks until the 17th of March, we are coming into a time of reflection. Otherwise, we experience burnout, lack, and clarity. And as we take that time for clarity, the waning moon reminds us to allow our worries and stresses to fade away like it is doing each night. So today, even though we might be feeling a little bit despondent, maybe a little bit feeling like we want a crutch and we need to lean on somebody, this is a wonderful day of taking that time of reflection, taking that time on what is the direction you want to be taking within your life path. And if you've been feeling very stressed, if you've been feeling a lot of anxiety, this is a perfect energy to start bringing that in. Also, when you get a monthly reading, get my intuitive reading, astrological reading, it helps with that roadmap. It helps you to understand the energies that are coming in around you specifically. And as we do that, and as we bring in this beautiful energy, this is time to take stock, clear not only your emotional energy, but your physical spaces as well, and perform quiet activities. Action isn't favored during this time. So this is really paying some respect to the energies that are coming on. Now, this doesn't mean that you stand still and don't do anything. Of course, our lives do go on, but this is time to allow yourself a little bit of extra time. A little bit of extra time, maybe that extra time of, I'm going to sit in my car for a few minutes before I go to the meeting. I'm going to take my time, and grab myself a cup of tea or a cup of coffee before I head forward to pick up the children. This is this time of, this is what I need. Taking 5 minutes to just journal. And if there's anything that you're wanting to work on releasing, an illness, a bad habit, or a block that came up for you during the beginning of the lunar cycle, this is perfect time to work on releasing what no longer serves you and looking at it. So maybe during this full moon, some energy came up or this information came up that you feel is blocking you from moving forward. Beautiful time to start writing it down and releasing it and looking at ways of releasing it. Maybe even diving deep, because, when we have these blocks are part of our shadow side, and we're the gatekeeper of our cave. We're the gatekeeper of that, keeping that there. So it's for us to open up and allow our soul to come in and for us to be able to release it. It is ours. Nobody else can do that for you. We can give you that guidance. We can show you and give you tools, but nobody can get you off your ass to do it except you, right? So acknowledging yourself in the universe for what was manifested during this cycle, celebrate it, relax, loosen your grip. Accept what is, trust the universe, take what you learned during this cycle and prepare your new intentions for the next cycle. So remember, every day is a new day. We have this day to begin something new. We have this day to let go of what no longer. We don't have to take that in. We don't have to take that negativity of what happened yesterday or even what happened an hour ago. That hour ago does not have to rule our whole day. If it does, then we got to start, asking ourselves, why are we holding on to that? What benefit do we have for hanging on to it? So usually our intentions take a few cycles to manifest, but each cycle brings fresh clarity and new ideas. And this is a beautiful day because it's Archangel Gabriel Day. So we have a beautiful angel of our voice. Oh. So heal and make a space. Use this time to look for a space that you need. Choosing a feeling you'd like to focus on for the week. So being a Scorpio energy, and there's a lot of emotion coming on, and it's a lot of deep emotion. What do you want to feel this week? What is your intent for this week? And the thing is that when we are wanting to manifest anything that you want to do, it is a practice. So what are the disciplinary things that you want to do? And I know people like, disciplinary, I don't want to do that. I want to just fly by the seat of my pants. And I'm like, how's that going for you? Because anyone who wants to make things to manifest, there are practices we have to put in place. Now, if you are struggling in trying to put things into place, Mama has things for that too. We got the Journey Club starting up in April. And the Journey Club is a beautiful 8 weeks. 8 weeks, 8 weeks of joining me every Monday evening and working on our belief systems, our fears, and how we are able to release them as we go through our earth walk. So look at a daily worksheet. Look at things. Do you have, You know, do you take time and do what are you grateful for? Take time and look at your spiritual guidance. Take notes of that intuition, that inner be is, you know, what's speaking to you. Clear your house, sage your house daily by either lighting a candle, saging it using, you know, some beautiful white sage, putting on the diffuser and putting beautifully pure essential oils in there and allowing for that energy to come through the house. Maybe it's even making a crystal grid. So, and then that's helping you to clear your mind. So this could be a week too, that maybe there are dust bunnies in the house that you need to clear out. Maybe it is an actual physical cleaning of the house that you need to do this week.
Is that my grandson?
That's my husband. So the waning moon magic is an inspiration for us for this week. And with this inspiration, let's bring in some few crystals to allow us to harness this energy and bring this energy in. So we should look at some different crystals that are calling us this week and start utilizing them. And tomorrow I will show you what kind of card spread to use with this energy. This is a wonderful energy. I call it, if you read my blog that I posted last night, we talked about one of the first virtues is wander. What are you wondering about? What are you looking at? Because before we can put anything into action, we got to start to wonder. So maybe this is a wonderful week of looking at what should I be doing, right? So we're on, I think we're on March 5th. Yes, March 5th. Had to check the date. So let me forget my function. Oh, isn't that perfect for the waning moon? Let me forget my function. So close your eyes just for a moment. Okay, everybody, just close your eyes. Let me not forget my function. Let me not try to substitute my mind for the divine. Let me forgive and be happy. Then do again the recent practice of reflecting on this statement. Think about them. Let related thoughts come. So it is as easy for a lengthy reflection like this to turn into a big mind-wandering fest, for the simple reason that you are not proficient in the mind discipline that is required. So be on the lookout for irrelevant thoughts. So take your time. This is the world. It is my function to save. Then slowly and unselectively state that. So as you're closing your eyes, you're going to repeat this. Let me forget my function. Let me not try to substitute my mind for the divine. And let me forgive and be happy. Our ultimate goal is to be happy. Our ultimate goal is to have happiness. You know, in whatever you are looking at. That's Grandma's tea. Don't touch that. So we are looking for that ultimate happiness and what that happiness is. So allow ourselves to look at that. So what they're showing, okay, sorry, I'm getting a download. So I'm getting happiness over here. And what is it that you are wanting to manifest? Okay, so let me forget my function. Okay, but if our ultimate goal is happiness, and let's say I want to manifest a beautiful car. All right, so let's look at this beautiful car. And let's look at this beautiful car. So let's say we want to manifest a brand new Land Rover. What is the reason for you wanting to manifest that Land Rover? What is it going to do for you? So it's going to bring you prestige. It's going to bring you a good working vehicle, something that has quality. What is that feeling that you're going to get when you are driving that status? And what does that status feel like? Ooh, you feel good. You feel like you're at power. You know, you feel like, wow, I'm the owner of the street. So you have that feeling of this power, right? So let's go even deeper, right? So as we go deeper, so what is it that you could be doing right now that can make you feel that power? Is it something, because as you feel that power, you feel a sense of, there's a sense of joy in that. There's a sense of bliss in that. So what is it right now that brings you that joy and that bliss? And that joy and that bliss in your life is what you can start doing now in helping you to create that happiness. And creating that happiness helps you to create whatever it is, that monumental, that tangible thing that you want to have, right? So with that, you're going to get that inner guidance to guide you along your pathway. And with this Course in Miracles, today, it is just allowing and letting go. Like they've escaped. Ooh, that's nice. And you escaped, and why are you escaping? So if that car is allowing you to escape because of whatever circumstances you came from, what is it in escaping that you are trying to escape from? And you can look at that, and then it's like you even can dive in even deeper in allowing, what does that make you feel? And the ultimate thing, and the word that comes to my mind, is freedom. Is freedom. Is bringing that. And what does that freedom bring? Because ultimately, for happiness is our goal, right? Escaping the poverty and sadness, right? So, and in escaping the poverty and sadness. So this is when we're going to be even diving deeper, because we want to get into that. What do you want to feel on a daily basis? If you're feeling if you're waking up and that's all you're feeling every single day, what is it within our mind that we choose that? It might be, well, that's all I see around me. And remember, in A Course in Miracles, our thoughts become things. So if that's all we are looking at, I can never get ahead. I don't have anything better. My life is always in ruin. I don't have two dimes to rub together. Wow. Heavy, right? So let me not forget my function. Let me not forget my function. Definitely, money has prestige. But when we look at money, money's energy, as I say, money's energy. And even with the family and friends, and having family and friends, it's nice to have, to be able to do things with your family and friends, and have the money to be able to do things with your family and friends. Take them to Disneyland, take them on a trip. And bringing that money in as a source of, yes, money can be a source of happiness, because it allows us to do many other things. And I know many spiritual people out there don't believe money can bring you happiness and money, but the bottom line is like how you utilize that. How do you bring that into your life and allowing yourself to utilize it? It says, what causes me to forget the entire world? Everything my body's eye sees is a form of temptation. Since this was the purpose of the body itself, the ego made the world and the body with a certain purpose in mind. To obscure my function of forgiveness, to justify my forgetting my function, to entice me to abandon God and his Son by taking form in a body. The ego depends on my identifying with the bodily form, the wickedness and the implications of the world around me, and justifying my unwillingness to forgive. My involvement in the world, making the scope of my goals and even my life obscure my true function. The ego's plan seems have worked pretty well. The Course is fairly unusual and extreme, as it says later in the book. The world was made as an attack upon the divine. It was not created by God, but made by the ego. So meaning that everything that we see around here, we've made it for a certain reason. But it's how we look at it. Remember earlier, my mind and God's mind are one. When we see that of beauty around us, that is what we have. If you're waking up every morning and all you see is shit, then that's what you're going to see. And it seems difficult to accepting this understanding. I'm not alone. The Course is quite aware this is a difficult concept. But when I begin to detect the way my mind worked, it becomes a little easier to accept, because I begin to notice ways in which my mind uses the world and uses everything I see with my minds to maintain the illusion of separation. As I am moved to forgive, I also find something in my mind resisting with tooth and nail, trying to justify withholding forgiveness and trying to give me simply to forget forgiveness entirely. And I begin to recognize that what the Course is saying here bears a curious similarity to what is going on within my mind. Perhaps what it is saying then expresses truth, a truth I am perhaps reluctant to accept, but which seems to be born out of my own experiences. The Holy Spirit has another purpose, however. Everything in the world, to the Holy Spirit, the world is a place where you learn to forgive yourself what you think as your sins. And the world, I mean, we came here on this beautiful earth journey to experience this life in its entirety, in all the good, the bad, and the ugly. And when we start to look at the forgiveness and forgiving ourselves and forgiving that around us, we're able to see the more pleasant way the world is. When you are, when we are manifesting, when we're going in and looking for the happiness and bringing in the happiness, and we want to get out of our, the impoverished way that we think of poverty and lack and the feeling of lack, we look at the world around us and we see that of society. That is where, society or the world in the Western world, we're going to go with the Western world, has us wanting to be set in a certain way so that we don't move, and we set the limitations so we don't go, and allowing ourselves to move forward. But in freeing our mind and having our mind coming with that of the divine and that of our God, so let me not forget my function. Let me not try to substitute my mind for God's. Let me forgive and be happy. That's a pretty full on statement. Will I be happy or unhappy? When you begin to review your choices in life from this perspective, the choices become no choice at all. Who would knowingly choose unhappiness? Who knowingly would choose that unhappiness? So every day when we wake up, we have a choice, whether we want to be happy or not happy. That's our choice. How we want to perceive this day. So with the energies coming in and this lot of watery energy, we have a choice on how we embrace. We could go down and say, oh my God, I can't do anything today. I feel so glum. Or we could take and say, you know what? The moon is waning and I can actually take some time for myself to release whatever it is that I need to release today and allow myself to embrace this day one step at a time. Not running full on marathon, but just one step at a time. And that's really, the beauty of the energies. So if you've looked at my reading that I did this morning on Instagram, it had a lot to do with putting down your foundation and going in the direction that you need to go with and listening to your true inner soul. That's why, doing the journal, doing this soul work is very important, because it helps you to get in the direction of give you that foundation and that grounding in order for you to see things in a better light. So you're not wanting to think that I need the crutch, that you're able to take the crutch away and know that you're able to stand fully and setting yourself free, because you are the gatekeeper. You have the keys of unlocking your gate and allowing whatever you need to set free and let go of in your own world. There you guys go. So if you're wanting to book a one-on-one coaching sessions with me, get a hold of me on maryjunetracy.com. If you are wanting to, get your monthly March intuitive astrological reading, again, get a hold of me on maryjune.com or just PM me here on the Guru Mama page, and we'll get you in and I'll get you your reading for you. So thank you very much for joining me. I'm going to rub my hands together and give out a blessing today. And we're sending forth Archangel Gabriel to be with us all in order to be able to allow us to voice what it is that we need to voice within our day in order for us to hear what it is that we need to hear and not to swallow our truth, to speak our truth. And we call in the Lord and the Lady to watch over and guide us in each and every step that we take, in all that we do, and all that we be, and all that we say. And we ask for the blessed Lord and Lady to be with us and guide us and embrace us, so that we are able to, that we are standing in our light and shining our light for all to see, in all that we do, and all that we say, and all that we be. Thank you so much for joining me. May the God bless you and the Goddess bless you. Thank you, everybody. I'm glad, Jen. Have a great one. Bye-bye.